welcome in to another woolly review with wool. Superwash treated sock wool by Drops. It is called Fabel and it is in the colour 111. Ooh. So before I get overly excited, let's give it a go. Now, this is a prize for Woolly Wednesday. So that's come straight from the shop. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see that properly, but there's obviously woolly fuzz here and there. It feels very, very woolly. So despite it saying superwash treated, I would still steer clear if you're allergic. Little bits of straw. Oh my gosh, for me that's like, yay! It's authentic. But we're going to give this a go. Now the cheapest place that I found this at time of recording, oh, there's another bit of straw, is on Rito for £1.85. Now the wonderful thing with Drops Fabel is that I will tell you in a moment when I've finished counting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, and I'm using a 3mm hook because that is what's recommended on the label. There are 55 colour variants on this, and it is yarn group A. Drops tends to be fairly cheap on the whole for what it is, in my personal opinion. So these 50-gram balls have 205 meters or 224 yards approximately. 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Now I would have said the polyamide helps make it soft, but I'm reserving judgment on that one. Now we're going to do a single crochet row. So like I said, you can feel the roughness of the wool. So despite it being superwash, if you are allergic to wool, I would steer clear, because it feels traditional, which for me is a bonus in a sense, because I mean, like you saw me picking that the straw out, I'm like, oh, it's traditional, it's authentic, yay. It doesn't mean it's going to be brilliant to use. I just find it fascinating when you've got something that is so raw, you know. Anywho, so yes, because it's said that a 3mm hook is recommended, that is what we will do our little swatch in. This is 14 stitches. So because this is going out as a prize, I can't do a full swatch. So the next row will be half doubles. I mean, to be fair, even though it's rough to touch, it's not too bad working with it like through my fingers as I'm bringing it through. It doesn't feel as bad as it does. It doesn't feel as rough as it does while I'm holding this, and it doesn't feel as rough. Oops, that's right. Oh, I forgot what stitch I was doing. As it did on the skein, as it does with me holding it, which now that is a bonus, because I was kind of dreading using this, thinking that I'm practically going to be giving myself a blister while I do so. So the fact I'm not, bonus. Now 55 colours, out of those, I think 49 or 50 are solid colours and the others are a print. Because, you know, sometimes you like solid sockies, sometimes you want patterned sockies. Sometimes you don't want sockies at all, but you want the weight of that yarn. So this, I would say, honestly, so far that the single crochet is a little bit difficult to see. I've deliberately done a little bit of tighter tension down here, which I'm not good at tight tension. I'm not exactly a loose crocheter, but I wanted to see what it was going to be like, and I've got a feeling it's going to be horrible to go visit the frog, but we'll see. But the half double isn't too bad. But we're doing one row of double now. I've got to say, going hunting for the cheapest place to buy, it's the first time I've come across Rito, I think. But of course, everything will be linked down below in the description, including all the extra details about Fabel itself, like the official garb, the washing garb, and the link to Rito, like I said, where I found this, the cheapest place today, time of recording, etc. I'm going to be doing this one properly, but hey, we're not here to judge my awful crochet, we're just here to judge the yarn. The woolly stuff is all we care about. So the double, as expected, definitely easier. Again, slightly tighter and then more me. But the single, that's kind of a little bit difficult to see. The half double isn't too bad. The double, as expected, yeah, that's fine. It's not something that I would want on my skin. I mean, I'm not a woolly sock person. I just, nope, it's just not my thing. On feet, I don't know, maybe for bed socks, maybe, but not for every day. But it doesn't feel overly bad on the skin. I just wouldn't want it on the skin. Elasticity, not much there at all. But now we're going to go and visit Frog. So we'll take a slow walk to Frog's house. Oh. I'm dreading him getting on a moped. I really am. Hey, Frog, are you going to come out for a walk? Or what are we doing? What are we doing today? Moped, okay. On the moped, wow. Wow. I'm impressed. Colour me impressed. Unicolour me impressed. I'm impressed. That was relatively easy to frog. I mean, there was a teeny little bit of difficulty at the beginning. I expected it to be a case of really hooking onto itself completely and struggling to do any frogging with that. But I am very, very impressed. A fair old bit of kinkage, which is to be expected with wool, but there is a fair old bit that could be an issue. Issue, bless you. Now we're going to get this back wound. I'm so happy I didn't have to cut it, because with this going to somebody, you want them to get all of it, you know. So, see there, you feel the wool. I'm very unsure why the polyamide. I mean, I would have like I said, I would have expected the polyamide to soften things up. Maybe it did, and it was extremely rough before. I don't know, but it doesn't feel like a blend. There is no softness to this. I don't know why I was doing that, because there's no need for that. There's no softness to this. It's wool. It's wool. That's what it is. I love that they've done the same as Yarnsmith's Create, and they've got a paper band rather than the paper with plastic. So there's a bonus point from me. So let's put the hook aside, and I'll go straight to 2. Would I be really disappointed with it if it was the only thing in the shop? Definitely not. Would I be like, well, it's not in my top 10, but you know what? It's okay. That's all right. Well, yeah, I mean, if I wanted wool, yeah, I'd be okay with it. My personal thing, not to affect the review in this sense, but my personal thing is, if I'm going for a wool, a natural, then I want it all natural, not natural with plastic. But if I'm looking for natural with plastic, with authenticity, heck yeah. So I'm going to take it straight to a 4. Now for the price, £185 for how many meters again? 205 meters approximately. I think that's pretty darn good for £185. I think that's pretty darn good. I so wish I was I was affiliated with Drops, because I'm a huge fan of Drops overall, and I've got to say, I actually do quite like this, even though if I was allergic to wool, I'd have to steer clear, regardless of the superwash. 50 grams for £185. Do you know what? You know what I'm going to do? Because it's authentic feeling. It feels traditional. It feels like it's actual, fully wool, nothing else. It works up nice. It frogs blooming brilliantly. I'm amazed at the frogging. Great price. Amazing array of colours. Ooh, fingerprints. I don't think I have much choice. I think it's got to be a 5. Oh, I'm so biased. I don't mean to be honest, but I mean, I have given lower ratings for Drop stuff before, so you know it's not completely biased. But 185, can you go wrong? Heck no. There's so many colours for a really good price. So this is it. This is my review for Drops Fabel, and heck, you might have your own opinion. If you've tried it, let me know down below. If you haven't tried it, but you'd probably give it a go if you had the chance, let me know down below. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and the tinky bell, because you know it's completely free. We won't charge you, not around here. But hopefully the review is to your liking. It maybe gave you some information that you didn't have before. And hopefully we'll see you next week. So take care for now. Bye bye.